Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Today's video is, as requested, your hometown, going through downtown West Bank, or West Kelowna these days. We're empty. Delivered in Vernon. I was going to start recording videos a little earlier in Kelowna, but then I'm like, wait, downtown West Kelowna, or West Bank. I've got a mount back here. It is drizzling a little bit, so this camera back here may or may not work. Tether it on. I know it didn't work great yesterday, but only one way to find out. Hammer down. Yeah, I pulled into north end of West Bank here.
Stop there. Lift the number. Look out.
I'm like, I know there's a spot here till I pull over that I can stop and set up my cameras.
Yeah, this one I should be able to swing by you there now.
Well-designed roundabout, really. All right, where's all you peoples going? So this is Westlake Road. Just had to wait for a red light. Pulling onto Highway 97 southbound.
Do I know what's going on the bridge again today?
There were an accident and a breakdown there earlier, and it's still just traffic now. It's all clear.
Oh man. Yeah, I seen this morning. I got stuck in it, but I think it's still be happening. Isn't that wonderful, eh? The accident was, what, over 5 hours ago? And it's still busted up.
That's kind of like a chain reaction thing, right? It takes hours to clear out. There was an accident at first on the bridge for northbound, the opposite direction we're going. And then, because we were stop and go traffic, one of the trucks that stopped, just like a 3-axle truck, tanker truck, fuel truck, broke down on the bridge. I guess one of the times he stopped, the truck didn't start going again. So, had to clear up the first accident and then had to clear out the stalled truck. So, it took, normally the trip that would take me 20 minutes took me an hour and a half to get into Kelowna. So yeah, we delivered, I delivered, I slept at the Canadian Tire in West Kelowna, and they unloaded me at about 7:30, and then it took me an hour and a half to get to Kelowna, unloaded there, drove up to Vernon, unloaded there. All the receivers at the Canadian Tires were really nice and polite, and got me out of there in good time. appreciate the professionalism. Sometimes, you know, you never know what you're going to get, right? But okay, car. That's a crumple zone there for you. Kind of living dangerously there. Hope you don't have to stop for any reason. Wow, that underpass is completely torn apart. Come on, car. It's like you got your own lane. Let's go in there. You have to remember, like, there's only 10% of the people on the road that are good drivers. I'd like to say that I'm in that 10% of good drivers sometimes. Not always. Because I do stupid things too every now and then. When you see someone do a stupid thing, it's like, is that a one-off thing for you there? You just made a dumb mistake? Or is that just your regular style of driving?
It wasn't that long ago that we were.
Radio decided to click on Sirius XM. I was listening to Larry McReynolds. Now, is that right? Larry Mack, either way. Daniel Trotta. Oh boy. I just really want the crumple zone. Hey, there's my first delivery right there on the left-hand side. Good thing I'm not going there now. It's full of cars. Here we go. We're approaching downtown West Kelowna. Looks like the traffic's backed up a little. As usual. Kelowna and West Kelowna, downtowns are always just red lights. So try not to be in a rush going through there. The old rock sign on the left-hand side there, it says, "Welcome to West Bank." Let's go. Let's go. Up here on the left-hand side, believe J.K. Schmidt Jewelers. That's where I bought Jess's wedding ring. Yeah, right there. And it wasn't a wedding ring. I just bought a different ring and made it into a wedding ring. I guess engagement ring. And then me and the jeweler worked together to find a matching wedding ring to go with the engagement ring. And after we got married, we got them soldered together. I didn't want a traditional wedding ring. We don't do anything normal. The funny thing is, it's not a very expensive ring. And yet, she gets compliments all the time in public about the ring. It's like, you don't have to do something expensive if you do something unique. If you asked me where my wedding ring is, I couldn't tell you. It's probably by the washroom sink. It's probably there somewhere. I don't wear a ring while I'm working. I don't wear it on weekends either. I just don't wear a ring. Let's get over to the left lane here. Right lane is exit only onto the connector. Came down the connector here yesterday. That's obnoxious. Well, at least they're polite about it. Thank you. Appreciate you being polite about it. Okanagan Lake, Rattlesnake Island, and a bit of rain. Welcome to historic Peachland. Does the trailer cam give you a bit of a perspective on how far back the end of the trailer is from the cab? When I'm using the trailer cam, ask yourself a question. The front of the truck, how much space is between the front of the truck and the car in front of me? How clear am I of that car in front of me? Because whatever that answer is, that's what I have to always question myself on the back end of the trailer. Like, am I clear of that car? That's way back there. I think I'm clear. It looks like I'm clear. Oh, look at the shadows. Even now, on a day like this, I'm looking at shadows. If you look at all the cars, they all have shadows. You look at those shadows to see and go, yeah, the shadows are telling me I'm clear. Crane parked on the shoulder. I wonder what they're doing. And the low bed. Are they going to load the crane onto the low bed? We need the rain. Hopefully it rains hard enough that it beads off the camera. And yes, I've sprayed a bit of Rain-X on it. It just doesn't bead off very well.
Are you with Brandon? I'm looking for George.
Always love driving along here, along the side of the lake. Fairly windy. Love that they fixed that intersection. Okanagan Lake. Always know when you're at home. When you see the lake, you know you're at home. It's 12 degrees Celsius. Oh yeah, Highway 97 construction, right. I forgot to see if there's a closure. It doesn't have any stated on that sign, so it might just be small delays. This beach over here is not a sandy beach. It's all small little rounded rocks. It's like a pebble beach. I see one boat out there on the lake. As we get a little further on in the year, the lake's going to be filled with boats. We avoid kayaking in the lake because there's too many boats. Small little kayak blends in too well. Makes it kind of dangerous. always feels so good to get home for lunch on the weekend. So yeah, Sunday we're gonna leave right after lunch and head back to Castlegar for another load that goes to Vancouver. And then the boss said there'll be something a little bit different after that. I like a little bit different. And then the week after, we have a whole bunch of Castlegar to Vancouver loads. The company does. So I'll be doing at least 2 of them, I'm guessing, the week after. And the only reason we got this delivery to Kelowna and West Kelowna and Vernon is because I asked the boss, it's like, hey, can you get me off of Highway 3, please? There you go. When you don't have a KMT load, Lesnikoff Mass Timber, north of Castlegar, when you don't have those loads, can you give me something a little different? Gives us opportunities to make videos like this. Here's our Rockslide section. They say they're almost done. The whole mountain wanted to slide into the lake up here. A huge fault was discovered, so they've done a lot of blasting. To blast away all the unstable rock. Because it's so unstable, all the blasting has to be very small blasting, so you don't, make it more unstable. And I'm trying to lead by example. This is how you merge at a construction zone. Drive right to where the lane ends, then merge over. There's no traffic here, but traffic or no traffic, just go to the end of the lane. There we go. That's the whole slide area there. Brought out like hundreds of thousands of loads of rock. probably don't have the camera set up properly to even show the slide, but we get what we get. I set the cameras up so we could get better views of the lake, because dang nabbit, it's scenic. It's so scenic. Cone's a little close on my lane there. Now we stay in this side for a long distance because all those trucks full of rock use the other side of the road. I don't see any running right now, but some days you just see truck after truck running on the other side of the road. And they bring that rock all the way to Summerland. Yeah, you start looking at the viewpoints here and just go, I live in a pretty amazing place, even if it's raining. Maybe especially when it's raining. Only problem is I can't afford to live here anymore. It's just getting so expensive. Our rent keeps going up. Welcome to Summerland. I know, I know it's a long video, but we're not done driving along the side of a lake. We're not done. The little mountain in front of us is called Giant's Head. It's an old volcano. Some really nice hiking trails at the top there. Back down to the lake. Granny's fruit stand. Couldn't tell if it was open yet or not. I think I saw a little sailboat out there. Definitely see a sailboat out there. Let's head down into Penticton and see if there's a spot to park my trailer. Some days there's no trailers parked where I want to park. Truck's going in the shop tomorrow, so, well, actually I'll bring it there today. Some days it's completely packed full of trailers. If it's packed full of trailers, I've got to drive all the way to the Cleedon scale and drop my trailer there. Seeing it's a early weekend here, should be okay. It's actually easier to park the trailer there when you're the second or third trailer to be parked there. If you're the first trailer, you gotta be polite and get it all the way over, which is a little tricky with a Super B, but along the silt bluffs. Very unstable. If we get a bunch of rain, we always have mudslides on these bluffs. It's been so dry though, so we're probably fine. At least this year. So on the left hand side there's a whole bunch of small little parks where the old road used to be when this was just a 2-lane highway. So whenever the road went all the way along the 2-lane road, all those little sections have been turned into these little parks. That's Pyramid Park. I have no idea how to pronounce this park, but there's another park. And another park. And then over here, it's not really a park, but it used to be a big pullout where you could drop your trailer and stuff, but we started getting a bunch of people living in their RVs and vans on this pullout, so now they've made it barely wide enough to get like 1 or 2 semis in there, and signs everywhere with no overnight parking, so that's no longer a good spot to park. Used to be a great place to park, but welcome to Penticton. left-hand side. Always a couple of trucks parked in there. On the right-hand side and left-hand side, Red Wing Resort or Red Wing retirement homes. So I think it's all 55 plus housing. And I'm just gonna go for it. Golf course on our right hand side. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully the trailer cam worked out. Sorry if it didn't. It's nice to be home, kind of relaxing. I'm tired. It was a good week, but getting up at like 5 in the morning almost every day kind of sucks. I kind of like getting up at 7 a.m., but with this contract going to Vancouver, I'm guessing we'll be doing a whole bunch more of that. I guess this car wanted to be in front of me, huh? Let me guess, do you want to be in front of me too? You're good in that line? Okay. Only reason you'd come to a stop on this corner is if there's a pedestrian wanting to cross. So look for pedestrians. If there's no pedestrians, hammer down. If you're a pedestrian crossing that, careful. People don't slow down. Or they just stop all the way. It's one or the other. They should have signs here in Penticton. Through lane, right lane. I'll stop for this one. Down Channel Parkway here. Most of all the exits are in the left lane. low. Now I just wait for a red light. It's unlikely that road traffic will clear out enough to be able to cross until we get a red light. Clear. Okay, moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth. Can I embarrass myself trying to back up these trailers? And most likely it'll take me more than a couple of tries because it's a little tricky. Especially since I'm not very good at backing up Super Bs yet. To get it in the parking area I wanted. Don't worry, there's lots of room in front of that car. Or in front of me. Between me and the car. There's at least one trailer there, but how are they parked in there? They're parked all the way to this side, and one on the other side. Okay, let's go beside that one there from Manitoba. He's left so much room between the grass and the trailer. You can get less trailers in there that way. But it makes it a little easier for me to park, so yay. Little pup, how are you doing on those rocks? You doing all right? Looks like it. Don't worry, it's just one wheel in the air. Road's closed. There we go. That's a bit too close for my liking. I wanted to get it close, but I'm a little too close. He's got a phone number on his truck. Basically, call me if there's any issues. All right. Now I'm pulling the trailers a bit further forward here so that anyone else coming around that corner can get around the corner without hitting my trailers. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am out of here. You guys rock.